I liked it because it taught me how to set my own goals, how to control my anger, how to it teach me a lot of things, how to stay out of trouble and etc.
Were you somebody who was struggling in school?
No.
Did you have any kind of issues that your parents were like, you know what, you leave it too much trouble for my liking? Did your parents ever have any worries about you?
Well, sometimes yes. Yeah, I would sometimes give some trouble, yeah.
And so tell us about how this has helped you to deal with your issues and not act out.
Well, it helped me, well, it let me stay out of the trouble and not to listen to other people if they were influencing me to do bad stuff.
Regan, tell us about participating in the program, what you learned.
Learn to make good decisions and respect others and make ground rules.
Okay. You used to give a lot of trouble?
Not really.
Huh?
Your parents used to bother you, Sonia, to get too much problem, anything like that?
Yes, sir.
And tell us what changes you made so that they could feel proud of you.
To respect others and make good decisions when I need to.
I think it's a great program that police started because they teach you about gangs and how to say no and mean it, anger management, conflict resolution. I think it's a great program, sir.
We learn how to manage our anger, we learn about violence and conflict resolution.
You're not a bad person? You do bad things?
Sometimes.
Like
Why?
what?
Like fight, quarrel.
And this teach you to think before you go to those levels?
Yes.
Last year we did a great documentary, again with the assistance at the U.S. Embassy. And in that documentary we had with the interview parents and the interview students and teachers. And both of them were singing the same song. They were saying that the behavior, there's that 360 turnaround with some behavior from some of these students, some of these parents, the problem that they were having with their kids that have changed. So we have been getting a very good positive return with this program here, and so that's the reason why now the program has become demand. There's a demand to have the program in the school. Like I explained earlier, even though we have the middle component which is in the primary school, some of the high schools have identified that their students in the first farm level, they need these life skills training. And so that could tell you that, you know what, at the end of the day, the word is going around that this program is working.
So far, that since observing the program, personally, I can tell you that it has been a great help to students. We have seen students that never, ever, ever, ever want to do anything with police officers. First of all, when they see them, they would have that negative attitude. And at the end of the session, these same students would be students who would cry when the program finished, or when they would have a little, because normally afterwards they would have a little eating and the police officers would then say goodbye because they would move on to another school and that sort of thing. You would see changes in some of these students. And referring back to the officers as well, getting feedbacks from them, they would also tell you that there are quite a number of changes. You know, it won't be 100%, but the majority, 96, 98% of the students have accepted the program.
We are aiming to try and change as much students as we can so that they don't fall into the gang path and we don't have to deal with them later on from the police side. So we try to teach them the skills, and hopefully we know that we can't change all the students, but as much students as we can change, that will be a big plus to our community.